Well, would anyone like to just recap where we left off in the last game? If no one's got anything, Rob was kind enough to give me his notes, so I need to relate them. Because obviously, Hezekiah was not available last last game as well to have his extensive notes as well.
Wait, did the bot do it though?
Yeah, I've got a general session overview and summary and things. It's not perfect, but it's got some decent bits in there. So we began our trip back to Herdrogus after resting near the lake. Jasper and Romok had a bit of a back and forth about the cards. Jasper's not quite fully with it yet. Keck did offer, but Romok got his hackles up and basically told him to go do one. Eventually, Romok gives in and throws the cards down for Jasper to retrieve. And I think from there we headed back to Herdrogus after a few finding our way things. I can't remember who led the way on the way back. Got back, spoke to one of the guards who I think was called Barak. Started to explain to him what had happened. Mentioned how, Romok was carrying Seraphine on their shoulder and Keck was carrying Shafe's head. Locke kind of jumping in here and there, going, I don't think you should. Oh, never mind. But yeah, Keck then kind of steered the group towards finding Aldrin's hunting party to kind of give them the news about Aldrin. Eventually found them at the Whispering Rock Tavern, where they were in a ceremony to Gundren, basically, because of him dying when he got thrown off the bridge by the eagle. Broke the news to Oberyn, who was very intoxicated. Then Keck offered to bring Gundren back if it was okay with dwarven traditions and it would not offend his party. It's kind of a way of repaying Aldrin for his sacrifice with us to return at least one of their party members back in place. And yeah, that went ahead, worked. Gundren got up, wanted to go partying, but quickly realised his limits. And we stopped for a drink. Keck again left a token of the dwarven fire whiskey in the now empty coffin with a piece of parchment addressed to Aldrin to kind of like in honor of him. And then the other revelers started doing the same. Locke gave a bit of a cheeky smile that he doesn't think anyone saw, but we'll see. And yeah, I think after that we're just kind of deciding on next steps. I know we're on about going to, is it Cerebataro? Cerebataro? I don't trust the bot's notes on how it's spelt it. I don't think it's the right spelling, but sounds
No, you said it right.
I think that's the next plan, but we're resting up at the Breakers Inn first, where hopefully Lachlan remembers to identify some rings for me. I think that's where we finished off.
Yes. So you are currently at the tail end of revelry following the celebration of the life of Gundren Aldrin. And yeah, what would you like to do as dwarves continue their revelry? They're singing, dancing, almost ritualistic dancing around the coffin still, which is still got a nice little pile of coins, gems, lots of precious artifacts from the mines, as well as the centerpiece of the fire whiskey. So yes, what would you all like to do now?
I think at the end of the last session we were having a drink and then looking to move on to the Breakers Inn to settle down. We've got a long
Yeah.
day ahead of us to follow.
So you make your leave from this tavern. And you make your way back to the more familiar Breakers Inn, where you're met once again with the tavern keep, who will be able to offer you a room once again. Did we cover room cost in the last game or not?
No, we didn't make it, I don't think. We just kind of was like, we want to do loads of stuff, so we just ended it.
Okay. Well, you get there, and the room price would be per room $3. How many rooms?
I'll cover two rooms worth.
Are we doubling up again or are we single rooming? Because we doubled up last time, didn't we?
I'll double up. Well,
I'd
normally
only
I double up.
with Flock.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll want me there.
Yeah, I'll pay for two rooms. 2 rooms for everyone. So what's that? $6.
Yes. 2 rooms, $6 total. Pass it over, and you are handed over your set of keys. And
Hold on, have the numbers changed a bit for doubling up was to 3 rooms? Or,
you want to what? Sorry.
sorry, we're getting 3 rooms for the 6 of us. That's right.
2 rooms.
Yeah, I'll go all 3. Yeah, I'll go 3 rooms. So $9.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if the rooms were 3 people each or 2 or.
You remember that there would have been, these are quite large rooms.
Oh,
The magical beds which do extend. There's definitely room for multiple people in each room.
okay.
But you will have no problem fitting 2 people to a room. So you get your keys, and are you heading straight to the rooms?
Should we get a drink first, or what? What do people want to do?
Did we just come from that? I assumed we were like partying with the dwarves for some time.
Whoa, I think we had one and then left them to it, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I think we had
Yeah.
one of them just kind of like. I know we're kind of in a rush as well to get to Sarah Tower, aren't we? Because of what you scried. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, do a drink.
Well, the bartender comes over. The bartender will be able to come over to you and give you a variety of options. So you've got your beers, meads, your fire whiskies. So what would everyone like to order? Just one round of beers, or you want something else?
Just a mead for me, please.
Yeah. One for everyone, please. We can chat.
Eight copper a drink on that one.
Oh, have we still got the body? We do, right?
Yeah.
You do.
Okay. After that, I'll go up and pay. I'll order everyone. So how much is it?
8 copper a drink.
What's that? 48?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 of us normally, unless you're buying one for Seraphine as well.
No. But I'll go up to I'll give him the money.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, good sir, do you have a cellar that we can possibly use?
He looks at you and raises an eyebrow. We have our own cellar, yes, but it's for our use. It's where we stock our
Do
beverages.
you have any private rooms or anything?
I believe we just rented you out 3 rooms.
Yeah, but something that's like not quite a basement, shall we say?
No, afraid not.
No,
Whatever
nothing
you
like
want to
that.
do, make do with your own room. Unfortunately, you can't use
You don't
the
have like
tavern's.
you don't have like a renter room or like a meeting room or something like that. It's not like a
You're perfectly welcome. The rooms are sizable. You can push the furniture to the side and make that your function room. But unfortunately, we just have the tavern floor. We have our rooms, and we have our own personal basement, our cellar.
Do you know anyone that would
You're
have
welcome to.
a dark, grimy basement for rent?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. But feel free to make your way into another establishment and ask around.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I'll thank you for the drinks.
No problem. I'm here all night, so keep coming back and I'll keep serving them. He gives you your order of drinks and goes about serving another customer.
All right. I'll go back to the group. And I'll just say, yeah, there's no wet, dirty basement that we can use, but we could use our rooms, I guess. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Push the beds to the side or something.
Wouldn't it? Or maybe we could obscure the room slightly, or deprive Seraphine of any sense, such as like total darkness. If we keep the lights low and she can't really make out anything.
Just to be clear, Seraphine is still dead. She has just been spoken to while dead, right?
Yeah, but we established that they can see you, right? They can see your surroundings and
She's
stuff.
still intelligent. She still knows. She has stars wits about her. She just
Ah,
she has to answer our questions, but she can be cryptic. Oh, she doesn't have to answer them, does she? Technically,
but she's like taking in like her surroundings at the moment. Or we're about to do it now. You're saying?
Right, we're not going to do it right now. Probably tomorrow, maybe. But you know, something to think about.
Yep.
I suppose in the VTT against it. Whatever it was again. Yeah, so no compulsion to offer a truthful answer. I mean, I did have a stupid idea of maybe, raise deading on her and then you can deal with her again afterwards. But that has all manner of shit to go wrong.
Yeah. And 3 diamonds or 300 goals worth of diamonds don't really fall out of the sky, so we should.
Yeah. I've already used one tonight.
You used a diamond tonight?
Yeah, I raised Gundrum last session.
Ah,
That was you. I've never seen anything like that. I'll be honest. Is that a thing you can just do?
It is something I have recently been able to do. Car bestows many gifts as we walk our path and spread his word. This one came to me more recently since meeting the rest of you, so Car obviously deemed it necessary for me to have this gift.
I've only heard tales of this sort of thing and never witnessed it really. I mean, I wasn't paying much attention, but do you not think there's some sort of finality in death, right? Does
That-
Carr believe that you should come back? You can come back? Like, how does that work?
Car respects the natural cycle. I did ask Oberyn whether it would be something his people and he would wish, and I asked Car if he was willing to allow Gundren to come back. I mean, Aldrin was taken due to helping us. I saw it an appropriate trade to at least bring something back for them, and Car is understanding in these ways. He'll have Gundren eventually. Well, Gundren will return to the Earth eventually, just not quite yet.
Yeah, I guess. But I've heard tales that sometimes people don't come back the same. They're warped in some way. They're weak, and once you've seen the other side, you lose a bit of yourself.
Well, this is true, but is it really that different from having had a great and eventful life-changing experience? Death is certainly the most life-changing experience, and one can hardly expect that those who have returned will be exactly as they were.
And also, Locke, the person on the other side has to be willing and wanting to come back to this mortal plane. Had Gundren have found peace, he may not have come back. It is still to Car and for those involved, if they wish to step back across that veil.
I don't know. That sort of thing creeps me out. Maybe it's because I haven't seen the other side, but you know,
Well, Locke, I will keep a diamond in my pocket for you should a day ever happen. Not that I'm wishing it to happen, but when you do get to see the other side, you will also get to decide whether you want to come back from it.
well, that goes for you as well. If if you die and end up with, I don't know, with Car in some way, would you want to come back? If I had the means to do so, would you want me to try?
That is Car's will. If you
But you don't have a say in this. Only your God.
well, as I was going to say, should you try and I wish to come back or wish to stay. It will also be dependent on Car's advice to me.
So
I
you'll
suppose-
speak to him when you're dead?
I would hope to. I mean, if I pass and Car wishes to keep me in his embrace, I'm sure he will make it known. But such as yourself, I have not yet seen that side. But the option's always nice. Should Car wish for me to go on and do more, I guess we'll see.
Oh. So Jasper's just sort of been sitting there with his drink. He hasn't touched it yet, and he's still not 100% with it. He just sort of pipes up his head. Dead should stay dead, not come back.
Jasper, roll a perception check for me, please. Jasper?
Old 11.
And
You get the feeling like you're being watched for a moment there, Jasper, and you just look around, but you don't see anyone.
Does he kind of like almost get spooked, or is it like noticeable that we'd see him kind of like be scared of something almost, or no?
I don't know. How would you react to that feeling, Jasper?
I wouldn't necessarily look around in a panic, but I would be scanning and just trying to search, and sort of like a meerkat, just sort of up and just looking around before just settling back down and looking at the drink in front of me.
So you would definitely see that then.
Well, I'll be confused.
I mean, Jasper, you might be right when dead should stay dead. It is not something I do, or it's not something I did tonight lightly. We owed a debt to Aldrin, and that was the most fitting exchange I could see at the time. Nicholas? Oh, Lachlan,
Yeah.
I still have these rings from that we found with Seraphine. Do
Oh,
you think
yeah.
we might be able to take a look tonight?
How many are there?
There are 10, but they look fairly identical, so I'm probably just getting them out of his pocket now and just gonna like jangle them in his hand. And
So yeah, you can see that there is a set of 10 Pretty much identical golden banded rings with a brown stone embedded.
Do they have a magical essence?
They have a faint essence to them.
Okay. Well, what I will do is, while we're sat, I will pull out my book, and as you know, I've been doing magic for some time now, almost like effortlessly, just like whilst in conversation listening, I will cast detect magic just like in the background whilst kind of like half focusing, but that'll take like 10 minutes. So I should see if they all pick up the same energy, basically, is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, okay. After 10 minutes, you would pick up, I believe, they all have the same magical aura. It's faint, it's not like a strong one. But just trying to bring up my schools of magic. I can't find my notes. They would be enchantment, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I will then just like say to Kate, yeah, I can look at them. I assume they'll be the same. I'll probably just do 2. If they're the same, then I'll assume they all are.
Yeah, that's fine. I trust your wisdom on this lock, and should they not be the same, we can obviously hold on to them and try and figure out
Well,
what
if
the
they're
rest
not
are.
the same, I'll do the rest. But I'll be a little tired come the morning. But until we figure out what we're doing, we're not too much of a rush, right? So tomorrow, I'm guessing we're going to be questioning the dead lady, right?
Or tonight. I'm
Well, I
capable
just
if
thought
we can
people
set something up, but
might want to think about what they might want to ask her, and we devise maybe 5. It's 5 questions, right?
Yes, it is 5 questions. Well, if we do feel that we have not yet come to a consensus about what we should ask, then perhaps it would be best to wait.
But I also wanted to send a message, well, to a few people, and also offer to you lot if you wanted to send a message anywhere.
Yes, certainly we are attempting to speak to Lyriel Crestfell. We haven't, just out of character, you guys didn't send a message to her between 2 weeks ago and now, have you?
No. I was out
Okay.
of spots, so.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Lyriel Crestfell, I imagine, would be our main contact in Sarubataru because of what we saw by scrying. Who else were you thinking of? If it's of public relevance, Lachlan?
My mum.
Right. Okay. Okay. Oh, we suppose we should get on with the sending then.
Well,
I will say, I believe Lyrian Cresswell is the lawmaster of Bastok.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Well, I
No.
also
Okay.
still wanted to talk to her, which
Just
is
in case
why.
that changes your choice or anything.
Right. Yeah. Okay, I mean, yeah, we should get an inside view on Sarupataru. Maybe it would help also to get a view of what's going on outside of Sarupataru. But okay, in Sarupataru, it would be who? Shirahotus? Could it be Captain Green? Those would be the top two names I would think of.
Well, I believe I can peer through the veil again, which is obviously easier when it's someone I know.
Right.
But I don't want to be selfish. You might have people you care about, or people we've talked to that might spring to mind that you may also want to check in that they're okay.
Mm.
I mean, if it's okay with you, Lachlan, how does your messaging work? Do you need to know them first, or?
If I know their name and you can describe them, then I should be able to find them.
Well, since leaving Saramog, I've not. I kind of bid farewell to my family. My sister Kak was the last one I spoke to. I've been meaning to send her a message to let her know that my trip fared well across the Great Sea. I'd just like to put her mind at ease and just let her know I'm okay, and I've made some friends.
What's their name?
Kak, K-A-K.
Kak.
Your people are very parsimonious with their syllables.
Yeah, your father's called. Oh no, you've got Khalifa and Ka, right, and then Kak, right, and that's your mum.
Kak is my sister.
Oh, sister, sorry.
Khalifa and Ka
And
are the great.
yes, but they
deities
still
of Earth and
sound.
sea.
Yeah. So, what does she look like? Turtle, I'm assuming.
Like me, but her shell's a bit darker. She doesn't have the same scar down the shell as I do, obviously, because she wasn't there when I got attacked. She has blue eyes, and she has a slight little dimple on her right cheek, just here. He's kind of like pointing just under his right eye. Oh, not dimple, sorry, beauty spot.
Right. Okay. Well, let me channel this, and I will send a message to Kak, sister of Kek.
Right.
Is there a cock as well, or no?
This is why the people prefer to have smaller families than 5.
How did you know? Unfortunately, my brother Cock, he passed away a few 100 days ago.
100 days. How old are you?
Well, remember that they do he said he met us at 40,000 days or something, right? Which is 10, or no, at 40,000 days you left home, which is 10 years or something
I think when I met you, I was 14,708 days, and because it was past his 40 years.
Right.
I can't remember exact numbers now.
Yeah. I remember 86,400 seconds ago when it was my birthday.
Yes.
Okay.
Didi really misses that. Go ahead.
Oh.
There's this thing, the D&D really misses the fantasy trope of like every like 2 villages over having a completely different measurement system. So you can just never figure anything out in the world like the real Middle Ages.
Yeah, so I guess I'll send a message. And I'll say, hello, Kek. My name is Locke, friend of your brother, Kek. He is alive and well. How is that?
I was going to send my best to Beck and Tack as well, please.
No, yeah. That'll be it. Yeah, I've got
Hugs
a
and kisses.
300 character limit.
A bit of a pause before you get a message back. Hear a voice come through, and it sounds very similar to Keg. And she just says, "That's good to hear. I trust his pilgrimage is going well."
Okay.
That's all she said.
That's all she wrote. Okay. I'll just say to Kek, she knows you're okay. That's the important thing. Honestly, I'm surprised that she responded.
Well, she hasn't seen me for a while as I've been in isolation with my brothers. And I only had a short time to see them before I began this pilgrimage, and I promised to keep in touch.
How are you gonna keep in touch before you met me?
Well, that explains why I haven't.
Right.
I thought it would be a simple task.
Okay. Right.
Well, no, Cook and Cock are dead.
Oh no. Cock. Oh.
If only I brought it with me.
Right. Okay, well that's you sorted. For now, let me mark my spell slots off. I can do this only a certain number of times a day, and by that,
Thank you, Lachlan.
I don't even know. Okay, well I've got like 6 more I can do. So who's the main person that we need to speak to? Alright, well first I'm gonna message my mum.
And I mean, she lives in Southern Bataru, so that's also good info for all of us in general. But Commander Green and maybe Jura Hotus, but they're more like a hero who dashes around, so they may not be in Southern Bataru, but yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Right. I'll step away from the group for a moment and I'll send this message. I'll say, hello, Mum. let me know that you're safe. Let me know Cerebrator is okay. And if you need anything. End message.
You get a moment, and she replies, "My boy, wherever you are, need not worry. We are all safe. Unfortunately, bad things have happened in the town. We had an attack at the walls, but the walls held, and we are all fine. I hope you are feeling well and healthy."
Okay. Yeah, I'll message her back, and I'll say, "Are you sure? Tell me more of what happened. We're questioning coming home."
There's a moment's break, and then she replies back again.
We can't hear the message,
Um,
can we? This is all like in your head.
No, I've gone off anyway.
It's
So
Altalot, who is also separated. It was weird. First, birds, rats started to swarm out and surge towards the shore. The next thing we heard, the alarms were raised on the towers, and the guards rushed to man the walls. As I think that's the end of what she could say in that message.
okay. Right. I will head back to the group, and I will explain the order of like the animals and stuff. I'll tell them that they didn't breach the walls as well. Yeah.
It doesn't really seem like new information regarding the animals, though. So at this point, right, we 100% want to communicate with someone who's a bit of in a position of authority there. And where we last left off, the reason Lyriel Crestful kept coming to mind is that we were speaking to her on a almost daily basis about come back, turn yourselves in. No, we're trying to save these children and redeem ourselves. No, come back, turn yourselves in, and that's kind of where it left off, right? So, you know, she's a lawmaster. She's obviously not very happy with us for the whole killing the Royal Guard thing. On the other hand, Commander Green never really interfaced with us on that topic, and he has seemingly got some trouble on his hands. Would he be more open? And he has met us at least once, I think. Would he be more open to hearing something out like, yes, we need all our patriots to return to Greyhaven / Sarabataru to help us survive whatever this is, right? And also more details about what it is. I think that's kind of what the gist of the message should be. You okay running with that, Lachlan?
To who? Green.
To Commander Green, yes.
Well, he didn't really. Well, like, we don't really know him that well, do we?
We met him at least once. We didn't meet him well. Like we didn't like go back and forth from him to someone else to him to someone else, right? But we met him once.
I know, but does he have a measure on us? He's probably heard that we're criminals, might
Yeah.
just write us off completely, right?
Right. Okay, that is one point. Okay, so Jirahotus then. Their main relationship with us is rescuing us that one time, which might not, be the best advertisement for our abilities, but they,
Well, we weren't there for them.
yeah, right.
Know someone at the tower.
I will also just remind you, you just met Jurahotus on the lake.
Okay, but isn't it like a weird resurrection kind of thing? Like, not the person though, right? Like, I mean, can we really assume that Jurahotus is dead and that's a reincarnated corpse based on what we saw?
It looked puppety, but it also looked like a body.
Huh, okay. No, I thought it was like, you got some of their hair and you can create something with that without them being dead. Okay, so this is perhaps worse than previously thought. Okay, at the tower, who do we know? Okay, hold on. Who else was there on the lake? Was Shimoa there?
I know someone.
Oh, you know, yeah, you have you know like Alistair or something like that at the not Alistair.
Your teacher.
Teacher. Yes.
Yeah. Right. Maybe Jasper's teacher is a shot then.
Thrasius.
Yeah, we saw him,
He-
right? I've seen his face, so it
Yes.
shouldn't be too.
He might know. He helped.
Yeah. Why don't you stay here, Jasper? And I'll go send that message. I'm finding it hard to hear with my one ear and all that. So, yeah, I'll go message him.
Hezekiah, Jasper, what is this about a royal guard?
Keck, I think perhaps this might not have been brought up. You might have noticed a few times that we have been talking about redemption, this or that, through our acts. You see,
Yeah.
shortly after we had started coming to work together, we had made a dubious deal. I believe we have told you before of that fiend, Zamet. You've heard a little about it just recently.
Mhm.
So, at a certain point, we made a very, very rather poor decision to work on this creature's behalf. In this process, the people against whom we aired primarily were not good and innocent people, the Augusti family of Bastion. They have many foul deeds, and it's hard to tell whose side we should have been on exactly in our investigation of the Augusti family. However, they are powerful, and they are. Aren't you somewhere else?
I didn't know if you'd let me left yet, but yeah, I'm just coughing.
Oh.
Don't worry.
It is difficult to tell whose side we should have been on there, but the Augusti are powerful and connected. And so, the law was sent after us. And in a difficult moment where whether submission to the correct path, to the path of order, or to pursue the path of righteousness against that of order, when that choice was presented to us, we burst out and made our path. Not a path which was clean of sin, but it was a path that resulted in the saving of at least half a dozen lives of children, and by now, over a dozen lives of overall people, and by now I'm pretty sure. It was this path that led us into Dragon's Bane, and from there into the Whisper Caps. So we met you.
And how long ago was this?
Should have been keeping track of the days better, but it's been like not more than 3 months, but more than 1 month. I'm pretty sure. Like even less than 2 months. Like 4 to 5 weeks total is how long we've been at it overall, and that happened about 2 weeks in. So maybe it's been 3 to 4 weeks since then.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. I was just wondering if I might have been able to help in any way to smooth things over with this. Is it this? What was the name?
Sorry, whom are you trying to refer to? Was it some of the people I mentioned, like Luriel Crestfell, or
That one, yeah,
someone
Lyriel
else?
Crestfell. She was the one who's after you with the warrant,
Yes,
basically.
she is. Yes, she is the lawmaster of Bastok. Um, as you see, the Augusti family are in Bastok, and it was while moving between Bastok, clockwise, you might say, to Sarubataru, that the guard came upon us. And so, yes,
What of this Zanti? Where did?
Zanet, yes. In Bastok is where we first met and took on our first quests, and Zanet, at that time, was a merchant in the stalls there. Um, since then, we have come upon Zanet again in a town maybe called Oscarn in Dragon's Bane. Uh, it was here that we truly came to understand his deeper perfidy, and there that we dispatched him.
Okay, so
If you would like to know more about his deeper perfidy, or any other topics you want to ask about,
I'm sure you had your reasons. I'm more thinking if we are to return to Sarah Bataru, we obviously need to return with proof of your innocence, or at least
see, this is the thing. We are not innocent. We did
I understand you
not
did those
allow.
things, but you did them under deception based on
In a sense,
Zanet's.
in a sense, our primary crime was based on deception or something of that nature, perhaps. But it was not deception that made us choose to not submit to order when we understood that there was a greater purpose that we must have served. We knew that there was calamity, and we knew that we had to address it. And it did not seem to be the case that we would be allowed to address it in the name of the law. And so we chose to negate the law and its enforcers to do what was right. It was not a decision that was a matter of being misled. It was a matter of doing what had to be done, even when it causes harm.
I see you're all in quite a pickle.
Indeed.
Perhaps
It is.
perhaps we can speak with the guards of this of Hydrogus and get a recommendation, or at least an account of how
Indeed,
you've all
some
assisted.
level. Indeed, some level of letters of introduction is a funny thing to say, of course, because we would be returning to our homeland in this scenario. But yeah, some letters of acknowledgement of our deeds, our upstanding character here. It would certainly not hurt. It would very much be the kind of thing that we should pursue. We have helped a lot of people here and to the south and to the east, and some amount of people vouching for our deeds and our character must be necessary. Let the dwarves have their nights tonight, but we should talk to them tomorrow. I wonder if anyone else's contacts here, such as Romox. Romok didn't really get along with that one guy in the guard he kind of knew, right? Yeah.
I mean,
He has his order in Neverwin.
No, sorry. It's like, didn't Romok kind of sort of know a guard here who also used to be a paladin of his sort, and but they didn't get along, right, when they first met or something?
We bumped into them in Oscarn, and they
Oh
destroyed
yeah, no,
Romok.
no, no. That's the guy who really hates him. I'm talking about a guy here in Herdogus who is like on this place's watch.
He was
They
looking
are
for
not
someone here, wasn't he?
remembering
But
it.
he was told that they'd moved on, I think.
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
I think that's, 'cause
I mean,
that was my first session, I think. He was
Oh,
looking
yeah,
for some
yeah.
paladins of his order that were said to be in
Right.
Hydrogus, but I think they had said they'd moved on or they passed through. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
buddy.
There's, there's no one of his order here at the moment. In his
Okay.
Yes.
Then it does seem that deceased Aldrin's closest friends and companions would be the best candidates to vouch for us. Yeah, certainly not returning to that tower of that horrible time wizard. What's his name?
I mean, it's
Oh,
not
who
just
cares what his name
Aldrin's
is?
party. I mean, we have done Hydrogus a great deed with helping to deal with the Yeti.
In general, yes, but the people who literally saw us do that is Aldrin's companions and friends, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of who
I'm
would be,
still
let's say,
thinking,
writing a
obviously.
letter on our behalf, right? Um,
Well, don't we know?
the letter.
Don't the party know of the big guard man here? I can't remember his name.
The captain,
Yeah.
or
So obviously,
uh,
no, it's
there
the main
is
honcho of
Grint,
Hydrogus, wasn't it?
Grint Horbar, the Lord of the Mountain.
Yeah. So obviously,
Well, there's Lord Gorshin, who's the commander as well.
I mean, maybe we can kind of talk our way up the chain to get Lord of the
Yeah, but
Mountain to make a
this
recommendation.
place is very separate. Like, I know I'm not in the conversation, but
Yeah, oh, yeah.
it's
No,
very.
this is kind of out of character a little bit, right? In terms of what's the structure here.
It's like I feel
This
like
has
they
its
very
own
much
king,
keep
don't
to
they?
themselves. Yeah, like this is, you know,
They're an independent
They can't
unit.
be
yeah.
that. They can't be that reclusive though, because they didn't really question us coming in. They let us in as long as we didn't steal anything. Steal something and you get hung. Other than that, you can come and go as you please.
Yeah, they don't care.
That's what I mean. It's like they're not as reclusive. They might still have interactions. They might. Hell, there might even be.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah, I
else
mean, we
that
could
we might
try.
come across while we're here that might be able to aid us.
Well, they're not reclusive in the sense that they don't want us to come here, but they're also not forthcoming in that they want to go, oh, wow, really, you did that? Let's hear more about it. Wow, we should work together more. When we
Well-
first contacted Lord Gorsham about the fact that at the South Tower we had seen a band of criminals who had slain all of his guards, the first thing he said when we offered to help was, "Who are you? Show yourselves. Explain yourselves." It was hard to. We should try. We should try to get Hobart or Gorsham to help us a little bit.
I'm more thinking like with the wealth of this mountain. I mean, there's got to be a lot of trade that comes through here. Being one of the only things that kind of it's probably the only passable route between the north of Hydrogus to Dragon's Bane and down to Greyhaven. It's mountains all around, isn't it? They're two very cut off areas with mountain ranges around them. Hydrogus is probably one way in, and then there's maybe two others, if I remember the world map right. And obviously, Keck having his very pristine map compared to you guys, he's probably there like going, but you kind of you see like we've got this, we've got this, we've got this. Surely, if we can get some kind of recommendation from Hydrogus, or we can return, dare I say it, with a little bit of a bluff that Hydrogus supports us. It might.
I'm sure it would help a little. I guess the one other factor, of course, is that it seems that the Whispercaps are not totally under King Aaron Turnfall's rule, and it was, his royal guards, and so, well, whatever. Nonetheless, we should try. We should try to get recommendations of our character deeds, and before we proceed all the way to Sarmataru.
So it's
back to Lachlan.
Sorry, I'm just
Second.
getting my head. Like Dragon's Bane is a place where you're wanted. Greyhaven. you're not
Greyhaven
wanted.
is actually where we're wanted, right? So
Right,
Greyhaven
sorry,
leads
you
north
skipped
into Dragon's Bane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
and
I
then
remember the video now.
right. And from Dragon's Bane, you can kind of go just southwest to enter the Whisper Caps from the south, or you can go from Dragon's Bane kind of northwest to enter the Whisper Caps from the east, which is where we just were. And then there's another path out of the Whisper Caps to our west.
I was about to say, Woody, do you mind just bringing up the world map? And you did it.
Step ahead of it.
So we want to get about there, don't we?
Yes, exactly.
Can
Our route basically that we took out of here was something like I'm skipping all the return tours and all that we did was something like this. Could have also gone like this, I think.
you just bring up the Greyhaven map, Woody?
Yep.
Well, we wouldn't go north through the mountains.
You want to get to Serpentaru, and there's a river there.
Yeah, so you come in through this tunnel here, at least that's what we know. Get to Neverwind. Now you can take either the ship service or you can just go along the
Well, we
road.
know another tunnel.
Oh, right. It's like here, or yeah, there, right.
Yep.
And then-
Yeah.
You got
I mean, there's tunnels. What about these rivers? Are these coming down from the mountaintops and going down, or are they rivers that?
These guys don't like water, so there's no open there.
the area of Greyhaven. You won't know this, Kate. Actually, no, you did go through it. The entirety of Greyhaven is completely enclosed by a mountain range. There's no clear way through. There is an established route through, which is to the north, which is currently marked.
So the rivers feed down from the mountaintops, basically, and they don't pass through the mountains. They come down
Yeah.
from the mountains.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So, like the main ways of getting into Greyhaven normally are through that tunnel at the north or Port Archet.
And I mean, the airships that were happening at the time, obviously, they were in a trial phase that the rest of the party got invited to use. Would that have been advertised at the time? Would there be common
They were
knowledge?
very public.
It sounds like you were in Greyhaven after we had left, so it probably was there
They
at the
were
time.
very public.
They are very, they're very, very well known now. They basically run between the towns. Was the last you heard? So they're basically running here to here to here. Actually,
You're not clicking on the map, you're on a different layer.
yeah, layer.
So that's
Yeah.
only happening in Greyhaven, and they haven't spread out from Greyhaven.
No.
Not that
Right,
we
okay.
know anyway.
Yeah, the last you heard, they were just in Greyhaven. But that's all you know.
I mean, perhaps in the morning, once our partying companions have sobered up, maybe we can speak to Oberyn and Grundum about potential transport or their thoughts on how we may either speak with the Lord of the Mountain or who they might be able to point us towards to help us in our endeavors. I kind of think Oberyn's probably the one person who's got the...
I know I'm not here, but we could also take the body / remains as like a look. These guys killed all your people. We've gone and killed them, sort of thing.
Yeah, that was also one thought I was thinking, but it just depends on how well look around Seraphine and Shafe. I'd probably imagine you've come back about now and probably cut in
Probably,
the
but
conversation.
I'd like to know. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I did have in my head I was going to ask you something when you came back, but I can't remember what it was now.
And it also depends how many messages I've got. If I use them all, then yeah, I might be spent.
Mm,
Shall we then get on with Lachlan's messaging?
How many
Yeah.
words are you doing?
I don't know, because I can't do it in 25 words at a time, which is the most difficult thing.
Right. Jasper, what is your master's name again? I guess if you could just give Lachlan a brief spiel on how to.
I know what he looks like, and I think I've got it written down.
Precious del Torin.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll message him.
Yep.
Yes. Right. I'll message him. Crassius. You know Jasper. I'm his friend. What's going on in Sarabataru? Is it safe? And yeah.
That's the end of your message.
Yeah, that'll be message 1. I don't know how many words I've got.
That was 50.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, I'd add more, but that's fine.
You get a message back. Hello. Yes, friend of Jasper. Well, since he was here, Saboteur is fine. No worries here. Little attack at the gates. We got it sorted. How's Jasper?
I'll send another message. Yeah. Something's happened to him. He seems not himself. Changed and scarred in a way. There we go.
My goodness, that's terrible news. I hope he's recovering well. By all means, return and we'll catch up. Please send him my best regards.
In Irish at the end there.
He went play Bristolian.
Trying to remember the accents for the region.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, that like pronouncing the R's at the end of the syllables. It's like a West Country thing, isn't it? Also Irish, yeah.
Yeah. Bristol. Right, you are.
All right, my lover.
Right, you are, my love. Say. Okay, I probably won't message back then, so that's 2. Probably might have been a bit
How
more
many have you got
helpful.
left?
3 more if I do, and then I can short rest and get more back as well. Right, now I'll message, who is it? What's her name? The main lady, Jeriel Cressfell, right?
Uriel Cresswell. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll message her and I'll say, me again. I heard Soribataru was in trouble. Is all well in Greyhaven? End message.
Okay. So you get a message back quite promptly. Lachlan, I presume. Yes. There's been some hiccups here. Bastock has been besieged,
Huh?
but we
Sorry,
have cleared.
that's me just reacted.
Are you returning following your little game of cat and mouse?
I'll send another message. Potentially. What's going on in Bastock? I assume you know about Cybertaro as well. That message.
I am well informed of the comings and goings and events from all our town. You are required for an audience back here. A request? Quit the games and return now.
Are you mentioning the conversations to us?
No, I'm still not back yet. I'll send off my last one for now. And I'll say, look, we're trying to make amends. If Bastock is in trouble, we offer our services. We'll talk more. And I'll end it there.
By all means, come and offer your services in person. We eagerly await your arrival.
Cryptic little. Okay. Right, well, it's time to find out what else is going on in Bastock from someone else, I guess. I will get back to the group. And I will say, well, Kek, you alright? You look like you've been deep in thought. Jesper, I spoke to your friend, your teacher. What does he actually teach you? He didn't seem to really know that much, or have much insight on anything.
Magic. He he's at the tower.
Yeah, I know that, but there's a lot of people at the tower, right? He kind of. I asked him like if I said that you would, okay, but he didn't really seem to care about your learning.
Personal learning. I'm not a student. Just friends.
I see. Okay. Well, I also messaged Crestfell. She said something else was going on at Bastock as well.
Do you perchance know anyone in Bastock?
I know many people in Bastock.
Just kind of kicking this to Woody. Would Keck have known anyone in those areas as he passed through? I can't remember if I went that way around or if I went the other way around Greyhaven.
You
I know
you would have
we didn't really
used the
establish
tavern.
it.
You would have stayed at taverns, and you would have travelled the road without. I think you would have gone without escorts.
Hmm.
So you're not really going to know many people unless you got friendly with the bar staff.
Probably preaching about Carr too much that they probably just try to get rid of him to have his drink and sit down.
Maybe. There are several shrines in the town, so temples and shrines. So
Yeah,
there's plenty of on different things there.
my notes.
I'm gonna start a short rest to try and recover. I also have my scrying orb as well. So we can do that if we want, guys. I'm just a telephone at this point. But yeah, Hezekiah, Bastock's also in trouble, which probably means whatever the other place is also in trouble, and all the other places are in trouble, I imagine.
Yes, it comes across that all of Greyhaven, perhaps, is under siege in such a way that. Okay, on the off chance that you relayed all the bits to me about, like, yes, I know the situation of all niceties, thank you very much, blah, blah, blah. It sounds like they can help each other. They're holding out, is what it sounds like, but they can't, like, unite against whatever is sieging the different cities. So, one should imagine that much of the countryside is kind of being overrun or something like that. So, it's more dire than we had previously thought. Crassius seems like a very optimistic guy based on his description of events.
I mean,
So,
Bastock
yeah,
and
we need to.
Taro are different sides of the thing, aren't they?
Yeah, let's say, Bastock also has that much water around it, making it even harder to besiege if it was like a normal army, but then, like all the animal stuff is hard to put in one page. So, there's even more desire for us to return for, heroic reasons. The law is not bending in our favor, and this is something where, like Hezekiah keeps talking about, between justice and order, order will not bend to accommodate justice unless that justice entirely subjugates itself to order. If we want to do good, we will have to do it outside and against the forces of order.
Woody, let me know when I've done my rest, if you can, please.
Okay.
Just so I know when I
Right,
can send more
there's going to be
messages.
more conversation. Yeah. it'll take a little-
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? If something is going on, first of all, we need to find out what's going on. I can use the orb to maybe scry somewhere in Bastock. I don't know whether it'll give us much information. I can message someone, but I'm assuming if it's happening in these two places at the same time, it's not a coincidence. It might not be the same thing, but it may be chaos.
So, sorry, just above the table again. Woody,
Mm,
just going through notes again. Umberley.
Yeah.
The Temple of Umberley in Bastock
mhm.
being a temple to the Queen of the Depths, so obviously having links in Keck's mind to Khalifa. Would I have visited there or spoken to anyone, or
You could have spoken to.
Wouldn't go there if I were you.
Yeah, you could have spoken to someone in the temple, one of the clerics. Details on them. Hang on. So reaching back this one. Hang on.
I was thinking of other places we could scry in on in Greyhaven, and I was wondering if we scryed on that
The
slod,
hunter people.
like bog.
Oh,
You remember that slod bog or swamp, right? Like, we scryed there and see the slods are also getting attacked by rats or something.
I'm
it's
just
got to be a
wondering.
person though.
I'm just trying to think, like, get confirmation of what's happening at Bastock, because we were told by her that it's besieged, but besieged.
Well,
for what?
who was the hunters crew?
That was just north of the slot thing, right? Just east of Neberwin, wasn't it?
No. When we went from Bastock to the fields to kill,
Right.
because if they're fairly abled, then sorry,
Telegram.
yeah, the
guys that
Telegram.
took us to fight that, yeah.
Yeah, if they're fairly able, aren't they? So if we scry on them, they may be helping out, or
The other paladins, Ashante, right? Now those would be some of the best candidates for being useful.
I don't know their name.
We know Romok's master was written somewhere. We met him. We know his name for sure.
Begin with K?
Okay.
I think.
The guy in Neberwin, yeah, at the temple, like where we brought a couple of children for him to look after.
Trying to find. What about Goblix?
Oh, yeah. He's also in Bastock, though. I mean, would he be able to really fight? Like, if we saw who are the most proactive people to be resisting, right? I mean, the guard is a little bit more static in its goals, right? Like, any of those Shantae type of paladins would be super neat to know what they're trying to do about the situation.
Yeah, but I don't know their names.
But we know the master's name at the temple, and he, I would imagine, has some idea of what's going on with the temple's response.
Yeah, but this is scrying that I'm thinking about. We need to see someone who's actively, I don't know, there maybe.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. I guess I was thinking for messaging. Master K, if that's what it was.
Yeah. Does anyone know the names of them?
Who's them?
Oh, Romok will give you the names of Maester Yule and Sir Alis, were two members of his order based in Neverwin. Maester Yule was he wasn't the guy in charge after the knights and manned the temple. So Alis was the head of his order.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll scribe on one of them, and maybe if they're I don't know, swamped with injured people or something, it might give us an idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, which one do you want to try and contact?
Oh, it's just scry. So
Oh, Guy.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So which one is Guy?
The Maester. That.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Maester.
that one. Yeah.
Okay. So he would be able to give you the details on. So this is essentially second-hand knowledge, because you never met Maester Yule.
Oh, okay. Maybe not then. Maybe I don't want to scry. I forgot about that. Hang on. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking he would be more useful to talk to than to scry on.
Who?
Whereas the Alis guy, is he the one who talked to Romok in
Woody, who were the hunter
No,
folk that we went with? Because I met them, and that gives me
they were the two hunters from lads, is that who you're talking?
Yeah.
What were their names? I have got them written down, but hang on, I'll try and find them. The Ellery Fields. Here we are. Oh, Banis and Cordric. They
Okay.
were two
Well,
human lads. Yeah, Banis and Cordric.
okay. I will go for the one of them. Let's see if
Which
they're
one?
there. Banis.
And what are you doing? Sending a message or scrying?
Just scrying. I can't message until the hour.
Okay. So this is someone you are familiar with, you know well. Yeah, perfect. You reach out to Scry, and you concentrate, and you feel no connection.
Ooh. So
Thanks.
they failed, or they succeeded, or they're dead.
One
Well,
of
it's
the
only they
above.
succeeded or they're dead. Yeah, like if they failed, then you just seed them, or they were dead. Right, not great.
Can they be in a place that's warded? Or anything like that? Don't know.
Yeah, that too.
Potentially, but
You want to try the other one? Like if you did, was it
I
Banis,
can't.
then Cordric or something?
That's it. It's once a day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So I can in the morrow if we can do this all
Mhm.
over again.
Okay, so do you want to send a message then to Maester
Gotta wait for an
or
hour.
Yules or something? Oh, you have to wait an hour for the. Oh, because sending is like a third level spell, isn't it? Or
Yep.
what am I thinking?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've juiced 7 spell slots on sending
Okay.
messages.
Right. I think we should call it a night in that case, and pick up tomorrow.
Yeah. Think about what questions you want to ask her as well.
Right.
Did
I
you
think
identify 2 of the rings? No,
I will
it
do
messaged
that. I do that as the last thing of the day.
Okay.
In my bed.
Cool.
I did give you details as well, Brother Keck, on
Seerkill, yeah.
that.
Sirekill,
Yeah.
Seerkill. I mean, yeah,
Lachlan.
probably as we were talking, like, Keck would probably say, like, there was a. Do I know what? Can you give me, like, small details on Seerkill? Like, you put up a map
He was
of the town.
sort of he was human, roughly sort of 55. Just up here is the Temple of Umberlee. He was very devout to his religion. He lived in the temple itself and served the temple daily and night.
Okay, so in terms of
You were unable to convince him of your ways in any way.
there was a fellow spirit to myself that I met in Bastok at the Temple of Umberlee. Should you wish to contact him to get any details of Bastok, he was very has very
okay,
strong resolve in his.
I'll cut you off there. Those Umberlee folk, they're some crazies. Like I spent my fair time on the sea, and you know, Umberlee, she's a cruel mistress, but people that you know pray to her, like we pray to her for good wind and you know to be kind when sailing, but the people in those, I don't know if I trust them personally.
I mean, he had a strong resolve in his faith. He may be trustworthy to inform us of what goes on. Maybe keeping faith and opinions aside. I spoke with him several occasions. I mean, did I leave it well with him? Or was he more
Not
tug of war?
really. He would have been, yes. You would be trying to, in a way, put forward your standpoint, and he would firmly have been in his, not really willing to bend in any way. It was a very prickly encounter you would have had with him. It wouldn't have left on great terms, but also like not terrible. He thinks he's correct, and you think you're correct.
Okay, I'll remember that later. Okay, yeah, never mind. I probably wouldn't mention it if that was the case. Maybe it is time for us to retire to our
Yeah,
beds. Have a
I
peaceful
can't
night
do
tomorrow.
any until tomorrow, but I have an idea anyway.
That's what I was thinking, Arco. They're going to come back a bit sticky. Can he fit both on the one?
Hey, it's not like the One Ring; it doesn't change its shape, you know. I'll have you know, Lachlan's very well endowed, so yeah. Make sure you remember that, bot. I want that in all caps. Like once it's
The only
written
notes
down,
anyone will write down from today's session.
it becomes canon.
Inside check.
Cook and Cock are Keck's brothers now in canon. They're already dead, but you know, they're there. They exist. So does the chair.
Yeah, it's got to be done, hasn't it?
There's only 6 more siblings to figure out who they are that are dead.
Is there a kick with a Y?
There can be. Is that the one from
How
Down
many
Under?
are kick? You are mighty.
I'm Kick. Oh, look at this beauty.
Crikey.
Yeah. Mother always said he was part croc.
Right, so identifying beside it's bedtime, and then all
Yes,
of this again right after.
I will identify the rings.
Yeah.
Which
So you go to the rings. Hang on. My list is here somewhere.
This way I ask you to roll a d10 twice to figure out which rings you're identifying.
no.
So you pick up the ring and you spend time just to identify. You identify that it is a gold banded ring with a topaz gem in its center. It is purely a ring of arcane focus. It has a slight enchantment spell on it, spell of enchantment, just to help enhance its power to help her channel through it.
Okay. And then I do the next one. I'm assuming it's the same.
It's the same.
Okay. So they're just for blasting.
So I was saying, that's it, like an arcane. They're just focus rings then, so she had 10
Yeah.
focus rings. Damn it.
Okay.
And that gold band with a topaz gem.
Oh well, I'll make sure to give them back to Keck in the morning, so he can do what he wants to them. If you want to keep them in your inventory, just and then when my messages reset before bed, is Jasper asleep? Like, what? How does that work with our room?
Well, Jasper, are you going to go for your long rest and be out cold?
Yeah, Jasper will probably go straight to sleep when you get into the room while Locke's identifying the rings.
Okay, well, I'll wait until he's asleep and then kind of go into the corner of the room. And I'll send my remaining messages still to L'Oreal Crestfell.
Okay.
I will say, if I confess, will you let the others go? Will you absolve them of their crimes?
There's a moment back. Confession. This is always welcome. Now, certainly, we may be able to look more favourably upon your other members, should you be able to confess. However, this was a serious crime, and several bodies were left. I fear it would be more than just your.
I'll send another message. I'll say, I know what was done was wrong, and I know someone has to be at fault. But we've done good too.
Whatever good you have done, I know of it now. Should
She's
I
got the kids,
hear
hasn't she?
any further detail and proof? By all means, present.
Last message, I guess. So, and what of the children we've saved? And I again offer our services to aid in lessening punishment.
The children saved does indeed warrant consideration. It is still a serious matter that requires serious thought and contemplation. But it all starts with you returning here.
Christ, it's hard work. Alright. I'll just.
I'll roll a persuasion check as well.
Okay. I don't know. Like, she won't even tell me what's going on, which is annoying. That's awful.
Okay. The conversation would have played out exactly the same regardless.
Yeah. Okay, well, I
Just-
guess I'll
Just to remind you, I gave you Seraphine's book and that note as well.
Ooh,
We left
okay,
the rooms
well,
for you to look over, along with the.
I'll read through them.
Because obviously,
That's
Keck
like,
made some discoveries, but you might glean more from them. I'm thinking.
yeah, I'll have a little read through as well for like an hour before bed while I'm thinking everything over.
As you're going through it, you see the note that fell from it, but also you just take in page after page of very detailed, very illustrative, fine detail, beautiful drawings, moments, um, candid moments caught, then more designy specifications listed out. It is as described before. It's almost a wonderful book in terms of looking through it. It is a beautiful piece of artwork in a way. Was there anything you were looking for in particular with it?
Is there any mention of the gatekeeper and stuff, or any of the stuff that, or the names that I know?
You trawl through it and you don't spot any gatekeeper.
No.
What you realize is a lot of the writing in here you can't understand.
Yeah, it's more of that writing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, after that, then I'll just go to bed.
I'll bring it up if you want to have a look.
No, I'll just go to bed.
I mean, above the table, I'm wondering if like we. Obviously, I don't know the earlier kind of sessions, but would mentioning these artifacts in any way save your hides?
I don't think so. Because they were very hidden. They weren't well known, and I think we don't even know who we were getting them for originally. Like, I know they
Well,
were
you know about what happened in Greyhaven when you were there, when you discovered your one. You know where that ended up.
Where did that go?
Obviously, we've got Seraphine and Shafe, their corpses. I mean, is it possible we can speak to this person you were just talking to about what's been happening? If they are a lawful person, they might be aware of it, maybe. Or
Wait, so sorry, Woody. Where did the piece go? It was in a.
It goes in Canton Tower in the end. Isn't that where it was due?
You returned
yeah,
it to its hidden
box,
compartment,
right?
and it continued the delivery. The delivery went through to Incanting Tower, where it was picked up.
But then you said earlier today that Shimomo might be right. And then when
Might be
we asked, I think it was Jorhotis, right? Where the remaining ones were, she said that they were like hidden or protected, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe something came up that they were in trouble. Shimomo went to go and secure one and went. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
So this is the one which you have in your possession now. The
Yeah.
one that you saw way back when that you have memorized looks very much like this one.
This one, yeah. But that's got an X for it now, so that obviously assumed that means that they've got it, and they've got this one as well. hence the X, right? So then it's just this one which needs to be found, as we've got this one. Well,
I mean,
we could-
technically, does that mean they've got it or they knew where it was? And that could be why that island's got a circle on it, because they know that other piece that they put the X through is where that one is. We don't necessarily know they've got them because they didn't have any other pieces on them.
No,
they might
but
have
we
known
know
the
that
location of
there
them.
is not just these two at play here. So, they probably split up to get them all.
Yeah, but this is Seraphine's note. So again, it'll send in so yeah.
Yeah, but they work for a boss.
I
I'm
mean,
assuming.
again, I was saying that it's like where the X is on the Greyhaven map. That's the one that you've got the memory of. So the one on the island, Seraphine circled it and crossed out the other one, as in that's the location of it. And yeah, the other two the other part of their team is retrieving it. We don't know if they have retrieved it yet.
Yeah, but I don't know why you wouldn't just go there instead of going here. Like, going all that way. I don't know.
They say if there's two teams, maybe they split up. One went south,
Yeah.
one went north, and you guys just happen to be following the ones that went north. There's a sending stone that Keck's still got in his inventory, so that obviously goes somewhere. There's definitely a second team, at least.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, obviously we don't know, but
Yeah, that's speculating, but
We know who Sanet was working for, don't we?
yeah.
Council of the Dark Passenger. So probably something to do with that. All in all, like they're all working for him, all part of them.
all these are two very different things.
Two big bads potentially in play,
Yeah,
fighting
'cause
with each other.
Seraphine kept on going about the architects, didn't she? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, it's just where to go next, isn't it? Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, we can assume that they've got to. I mean, if they don't, great. We've got one. Yeah. Well, we need to go to probably both of these locations, right?
What we can determine is that having one will just prevent them from being able to use it, as long as we keep hold of our piece.
Well, the first
Yeah.
piece, when you said you found that in Cerebra Tower, or was
Well, it
another
was
one?
imported in, so from the docks, it came in like a wine barrel or casket or something, right?
Yeah,
And it was
so
like hidden in there.
yeah, so we need to. We're inspecting Cerebra Tower in it because of the animals. But that X on the map could just mean that that's that piece anyway. And you've already seen that one. There's only a bit off the island where we need to look at, I suppose. After
Yeah.
seeing what happens in
But,
Cerebra Tower and that stuff.
but I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
I mean,
if you put your memory back, you would remember that the shipment came from Dorsovan.
yeah. Let's just take it back there. Let's put it back. No one else likes to go on the water in this party, though, so we can't go back. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, we're gonna have the exact same questions in the morning, aren't we?
I mean, perhaps it's worthwhile trying to find someone who's familiar with dialects to decipher
Well,
what
I
these
think I
things
get
are on the note.
5 tongues. Maybe we can buy tongues or something, and then I can just learn it.
Could it be
Because
somewhere? Go see Alistair at the Tower Library place.
Yeah, or we could try if there's a
That's on the way back towards Greyhaven
big
anyway.
shop. Yeah.
well, obviously we got those on the note, and we've also got the rune that's on Seraphine's collar. That still needs to
Yeah,
cipher in as well.
and I've
We'll
also
pick it up.
got the. I've still got the scratching or the rubbing from the Augustine Manor as well, from her shrine thing.
So, when Lachlan did that detect magic, would he have had any kind of essence coming from that rune on Seraphine's collar, with it being in proximity?
Second, let's see.
I'm just curious. We never got to the bottom of that, did we? Just kind of burnt my fingers, and I think Lachlan, you avoided touching it, but you couldn't figure it out.
Oh no, I touched it on purpose.
And did it burn you or not?
No, I think I resisted the burn from memory.
No, that's it. No, it's due to your alignment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because of me being cleric and you
Do
being.
check.
Oh, we should.
You didn't sense any particular magics on it, really. It has got runes carved into it, but it didn't really give off a magical essence.
A bit concerned about that rune now. Why would you have a rune on a bit of clothing that's on you? Use as a fail safe. Sorry, it's me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm stumped. I need to message more people, but I don't want to spend the whole time, obviously, that we're playing doing that. Obviously, I don't know if it's interesting to you guys to listen to that.
Well, it's 11:45 now. There's not much else we're going to be doing.
No, I'd say maybe like between now and next session, we come up with like the questions we actually want to ask, like to save. I feel like that's going to take a lot of time.
No, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And just we got a little bit now. We could just kind of
And
try to
also,
start a conversation to see if we could get up to Lord of the Mountains, what are the names? Gorsham and
well, we
Hobart.
want to question her first in case, I don't know, they want to do anything with the body, right?
Oh yeah. So it's all questions.
Go to sleep.
Also, we got 10 days with the body. Regard 20.
No, I know,
technically.
but if we take it to them and they're like, "Oh, this is the person that killed all your guards," and they want to put her head on a spike or something, then like we.
Yeah, but we're not going there straight away anyway, because obviously we need to. There's a travel time to get there, and it's going to be a few days. And
No, we're talking about the king
Oh,
under the
tower.
mountain.
Oh no, right,
No,
yeah, right. Sorry,
here.
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because obviously they killed the whole tower of their guards, and we're very angry about it.
Maybe maybe in the following day we can speak to Oberyn. again, he might be able to put us in the direction of someone we can go, or someone with a nice dark, secluded room, or just somewhere to store her while we figure out things.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we should question her, and then if we are showing her off to gain favor or whatever, at least the questions are done and we know more as well.
I suppose the case is, would you want to hand Seraphine over to the Lord of the Mountain, or hand
Well,
her to the
maybe-
one back in Greyhaven?
Either's fine, I think. Maybe, well, if we can not hand her over at all and then ask her another questions in about half a year's time,
Keep
then
her on
yeah,
ice.
yeah, we can do that. Because ideally, we'll probably have more questions then, won't we?
Potentially, we still got Shafe's head as well. If we know anyone who can tinker with that and do anything with that to kind of give us some information. When we were going through the marketplace with the forges and everything, Woody, was there anyone who was kind of that way? Any merchants like that who were tinkerers or worked?
You tinkerers of what in particular? Sorry.
Kind like with Shafe's head, obviously being a construct.
Uh-huh.
Is there anyone who would have that kind of tinkering or?
Well,
helping
as you
out?
as you were walking through, you would have seen a great deal of workers, tinkerers and tradesmen, but none of them seem to be doing anything intricate like that. I would say no, you didn't spot anything like that. You did certainly see them many shop fronts offering the creation of armors, shields, weaponry, everything like that. But detailed things like automatons and
Well, I mean, they've
and
got
you know,
the Crystal Sentinels, so I was just wondering maybe they had anything.
they have those, but they don't have constructs like
Okay.
that.
I mean, that might be a
Have we seen
route to
anyone
follow.
selling like magic shop type stuff? Like, I don't know. Obviously, it's very
Mhm.
industrial
When
here.
you're in the market,
Mhm.
you saw crystal decorations, you saw stonework art, pottery, crystal infused pottery, healing crystals, food stalls, stables. But yeah, I think you probably would have seen that as well.
I wonder
So,
if that might be a route to follow, though. Maybe we look at trying to emulate the Shafe head looking as if it is alive as part of our ruse on Seraphine. Even if we just can find someone to make a golem body that we can puppeteer.
that'll probably take a lot of time, though.
It might. I mean, I could always use Stone Shape to make a replica of Shafe's body and stick the head on top. If we can just find someone who can enchant the
Well,
head to speak our words, then at least we have
well,
Shafe's voice.
I suggested, turning into Xanit, as she may not know Xanit is dead or could be resurrected or whatever, right?
Can you do the voice of Xanet? Wasn't that the problem? We can look like them, but we can't do the voice.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. If we can find someone who can enchant the head, we might be able to.
He was a slimy bastard anyway.
Maybe it's. Hmm. I don't know. Should we just go with a long rest and see what tomorrow brings?
False widow.
Yeah.
Looks like another false widow.
So you all, unless anyone has anything else they want to do, you all retire to your
Yeah.
rooms, to your bed. Jasper's already fast asleep. And you bed down and go to sleep. Time rolls on. Obviously, Hezekiah, you wake first. But you find that you get a full long rest, a very nice rest compared to what you had previously out in the wilds. You're warm, comfortable, in these, if you recall, these large rooms, these magically enchanted beds which adjust to your perfect sizing. Pillars reaching up to the ceiling with gems encrusted throughout, which are glowing, providing the ambient light for the rooms. Fireplaces and great big vast open windows. You all wake up fully refreshed. Jasper, you are now fully relieved of all of your confusion issues and everything else that came along with your hypothermia effect. You are now back to normal.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, brilliant. Sort of, I imagine it as I'm already up when before Locke wakes up, where he stayed up a bit later to do his identify and all that jazz. So when Locke wakes up, I'm just sort of looking at myself in the mirror, just looking at the changes that's happened to my body. And then I thought to myself, morning, Locke.
Are you alright? You seem chipper.
I'm feeling good today.
Nice. I'm glad to hear it. What was wrong?
How much would I know of the confusion? Like, do I remember everything that happened while I was confused, or?
Yeah, I'd say you would remember all that. Yeah, just at the time you couldn't make sense too well.
Okay. But what do you mean, Locke? I think it was just a side effect of the cold. I was in that water quite a lot, it seems.
But your hair and like what happened? You were very different.
Yeah, that's a bit of a story. Short story. I know what the cards do, or what they can do.
Wait, what do you mean? You pulled one, didn't you?
Yes, in that battle I was alone. separated. I couldn't get to you guys,
I looked for you.
and the cold was biting at me. So cold. And it got to a point I realised I didn't have anything to lose in experimenting. And yeah, this cloud seemed to dissolve in front of me. And
Jesper, I'm sorry it got to the point where you felt you had to, to pull a card.
certainly not my proudest moment. Much rather have done things a bit differently. But hey, I got to kick death in the arse. Who can say that on an average day?
No one else.
Yeah, you have to understand that the cards that they're dangerous. They can probably do good as well, but from what I saw, there's some horrible power in them, and we need to really think about it if anyone ever is tempted to pull from them. And it's all the more reason we can't let them be taken. That man, that Albrecht, that Werner spoke about, he's probably still out there after them. And if he gets them, it could be big trouble.
Well, I'm glad you're okay and back to being yourself again. I know Romok he's having a hell of a time with you.
Romok is very much a slave to his whims and whimsy. He acts very rash most of the time. I'm sure his heart's in the right place, but I don't think there's too much logic involved in his thinking.
Well, hopefully you're more open to talking about it now.
You sort of see Jeff of course what it is. Let's keep the nitty-gritty details away from everyone for a moment.
Oh yeah, those cards are dangerous, and I'd rather not. Well, maybe we try and get them back.
Oh. Keep hold of them for now. But now that I'm a bit more lucid, shall we say, what is this talk of Sarabatara going home?
Well, maybe we talk
sort of-
about that back at the table.
I sort of heard, but just need to fully understand.
Well, we're not too sure ourselves, is the problem.
Let's go find the others then. Let's get some breakfast in us.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go downstairs. So I appreciate it's good to have you back.
It's good. It's good to still be here.
Ooh.
And then I'll just walk out the room and head to breakfast.
You head down to the tavern. You can already smell fresh food is being cooked and it's just wafting through. Locke, I will say one thing for you that you would have noticed either this last night or this morning. It's really the first time you would have had a chance to disrobe a little bit more to go to bed, and you would notice your tattoos are more extensive now.
Yeah.
They're now starting to sort of curl around your chest as well as down your arm.
Okay. It's getting worse.
Lachlan got an
Does
answer.
everyone else? Is everyone else waking and and going back down to the tavern, or is there anything else happening?
Yeah. I guess I woke up in early. I think last time I was betting with brother Keck, so
Yeah,
I
you
might just meditate or something until he's also up, and then suggest we have a good meal to start off the day because we're probably going to be doing a lot of traveling today.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that'd be the case or if you'd have gone with Romok after obviously you missed last session with him having the tussle with the cards, and I think you two had a heart to heart the previous session.
Oh, right.
But
Right.
yeah, no, nothing go that way. Be up and at it, and
So you all get up and you make your way collectively down to the tavern. You see each other there and agree to get something to eat. Who's going to be going up to order from the bar?
I'll get it for us. What's a full English here? I guess a full dwarf.
So yeah, you walk up to the bar, and I mean, even though it's morning, there are many dwarves around already. They're drinking and eating and that. And you also see, as you approach the bar, there's some other people who are not dwarves who are also sitting down, just having something to small drink and something. You go to order your food, and the usual things are available for you. You have some deep insect meals, roasted insects. You have the usual sorts of cheese omelets. A few stews are available as well, and soups.
Yeah,
The
I
closest
was going to get something, like big and healthy. Like I said, whatever the equivalent of a full English is, a full dwarvish breakfast.
a full
you get
English.
you get a mix of roasted insects and your omelets, which is going to bring you up to 1 silver.
I feel like a pasty would be very dwarvish for the mines.
Where's that Greg's?
They will offer later on.
Correct. Sausage roll.
The local Greg. Yeah.
Grogs.
So a silver a plate will be what they'll do, what they'll offer for you. And then if you would like any drinks as well, they're actually offering Goodberry wine, milk. So if you want the wine, it's 2 silver. Milks is just copper.
I'm going to ask what animal the milk is from. So yeah, 6 of the plates and 6 of the Goodberry wines for all of us. I guess I could make my own Goodberry wine, but whatever.
Yeah, so it's two silver per Goodberry wine, and then it's going to be 1 silver on each plate. You order that, and the barman nods down and says, "Not a problem. We'll have that to you soon as possible." And you
Brilliant.
go to say thank you, and as you're doing that, you hear a little chuckle beside you. The human human male who was just sat there with a little drink. The things they'll feed you here, mate. Insects and eggs. Wow. I trust you've had a wonderful night. There's a lot of merriment going on.
Very much so. Much needed rest. I can tell that you two are not very acquainted with these lands. Some things strike me as odd, but you have to learn the customs of wherever you go.
Well, certainly not for me. This is all novel to me. But yeah, interesting to see non-dwarvish folk here as well. They're not quite as common, are they?
Indeed, yes.
Such
And
as
what land do
yourself.
you hail from? And what land do you hail from, sir? I'm from Greyhaven myself.
Yes, I'm also Greyhaven.
Caleb,
You must
nice to
be
meet you.
Caleb. I'm Kalen. He gives you a little slight smile and nods his head to you. He just picks up his drink lazily with his hand. So, been busy, have you?
This and that. This elevation certainly tires one out quicker than the nice lowlands do.
Mm. Yeah. Me and my compatriots, we've also been quite long and tiresome work tracking down people.
Oh dear.
I can sympathize. We've had to do some of that ourselves.
Mm. Quite the problem sometimes. Especially when you end up in a place like this. You have to be a bit more careful about what you do.
Indeed.
Yeah. Let me pick up that tab of your meals there. Fellow Greyhaven.
Sir, you're too generous. May I have your name?
Kalen.
That's your name.
He tosses. Kalen's my name. Yes. He tosses down some coins on the bar. Finishes his drink. Stands up. Well, so a lot tricky around here, but I'll just leave you for now. Have yourself a pleasant time in Herdogus. And he starts to walk away. I'll see you later, Hezekiah.
Oh.
That was coming, isn't it?
Oh.
He walks out.
Without a change in his expression, because he knew that was coming, says back, "I'm sure we will," with a smile.
I can't use my bloody spell slots now then.
This human.
But on that,
Sorry, just
you
one
may have
question
to.
on the human.
Yeah, go on.
Did he look at all familiar? Was he of some kind of age? Did he have
So,
any insignia or anything that says anything?
so he was tall. He's sort of broad-shouldered human man. He wasn't familiar to you. He had this sort of short grey hair, slicked back. He's very clean shaven, and there was like a thin silver scar which stretched the temple down his throat, and he had these very piercing ice blue, nearly colourless eyes, grey sort of colour, grey blue. His clothes he was wearing, he was like wearing this sort of long charcoaly grey leather coat. He had a red scarf which was wrapped loosely around his neck. And he looked like he was wearing a black gauntlet in one hand.
Mhm.
And he also had some kind of staff on his back.
When you described it,
this
I
is-
just imagined the general from Avatar. We'll just put the gif in.
This little cliffhanger turned on.
he was he's roughly around his 40s.
Hmm. Did you plan on making a character called Caleb before I picked Caleb as my fake name going into Dragon's Den?
Yes, it's written down in front of me.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay, what are the odds of that, though, right?
It might be spelled different to however you were picturing it, but this is how I have it. Where?
Well, I guess we can't split up and go shopping then.
Yep.
But yeah, on that note, we will probably have to call it a night.
Nice. Yeah, let's definitely chat during the week about questions and how to address the situation.
Well, we can't even do that if we've got to be watching our backs. Is the problem? If it uses spell slots and stuff. God damn it! That's right. I'll just got a new spell. It's gonna just obliterate him in one move.
Scuppered our plans.
Oh.
I'm just going to end the stream.
All I can say is that was going to happen in the morning, regardless of what happened.
What if we burnt down the tavern? Would he still come into the tavern for a drink?
And
It's
wait
like a
for it to
broken Skyrim NPC, just like he sits
You'd
down.
wake up with him just sitting there roasting a marshmallow.
I'm sure that if we did burn it down, we would then inevitably return to the scene of the crime for no good reason, and there he would be.